We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, a new podcast starring Paul Smith and Joe Granelli. Follow us at tugayspod on Instagram. New episodes every Friday. We hope you enjoy.
Salutations, aliens, and welcome to These Unprecedented Gays. We are officially in the holiday season, so welcome to our holiday season time.
I love that you started this off. Now we're just throwing everybody for like a loop.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we're not throwing for a loop, we need listener engagement.
And I love the $10 word with salutations.
Well, I mean, that's all I could think of. How are you doing? Well, it's better than what? Greetings, warm welcomes, hellos.
Yes, hola, mabuhay.
I was like Mahambai.
No, that's not it.
Mambo number 5.
Okay.
We'll get what's his name? Ray Bega? Lou Bega. Real talk though, I listen to that song pretty regularly.
I thought for a long while it was Lou Bagel. So I was like, why am I hungry?
Do you think they used New York water when they made him?
Maybe. And did they come up with a nice schmear and
with some locks?
with a nice Entenmann's on the side?
I mean, I'll take it, but I don't have. I'd rather have an Entenmann's than a bagel. Well, how are you?
I'm good. It's
Okay.
like a crazy. The week has really been good, but today was kind of crazy.
Why?
Well, at work, our computer system went down.
Oh God.
So here's the thing, people. If a business has to tell you that something went wrong and it's out of their control, they probably don't need to hear that. Okay, but I'm very upset about this. Like,
oh no,
you don't think I'm upset about this?
Well, you guys still have customers, even though
like we still saw patients, but like we had to call people and be like, "Hey, we're gonna cancel your appointment today, and we're gonna reschedule you, but we can't reschedule you right now. We have to call you tomorrow because our computer system does not work." I'm like, it's very Black Mirror right now. Okay.
I haven't seen that, but okay.
Take my word for it.
Okay, I'll get one of those. Can I hang it above my fireplace that I don't have?
You do know what that means, right? The name of that show?
No, I just thought it was
it's the screen on your phone. When it's not on, it's a black mirror.
I thought it was like the color of the mirror, like what's the edge called? Frame.
Oh, I was like, the edge?
Right?
Yeah, no, I get that. That makes sense too.
I haven't watched that one or Tiger Queen. I haven't watched any of the fancy things.
All right, well, back to me. So
the system is down.
The system is down, and people are like, well, I'm very upset. And I'm like, well, I'm upset too, and I understand that, but like, I can't do anything. Like, you think I want to call you and tell you that I had to cancel your appointment?
Or do you think I want to call you?
Right, exactly. I barely want to see you in the office. So that was the first thing. Second thing, very cool. My iPhone 12 Pro Max just came in. Oh, for the holiday season.
Yeah, happy early Christmas if you celebrate it.
I was gonna say I could use it to take pictures with Santa, but like you're not allowed to do that. So,
well, I mean, do you want to even take pictures even out of a pandemic with Santa? Maybe
yes.
Sexy Santa,
right? Because
that
then you
sit
sit on his lap and talk about the first
year.
thing that pops up.
Oh. Oh my.
And so, like, fill my stocking. Hello.
Oh my God.
Very
Climb down my
Happy
chimney.
holidays. Okay.
Eat these cookies, baby. I got some milk for you.
Get these cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very Vanessa Vanjie right now.
Mateo.
But it came today, so I've been trying to like get that set up, which is a whole ordeal, as you saw.
Wait a
We're getting
minute.
ready.
So, okay, I have a question for you for that.
Okay.
So the whole thing about an iPhone is that it's supposed to be easy to set up, right?
Yes.
So and this is what they like market. You know, you plug it in and you play, and you just you download from the cloud. Great. But what happened? Why was it difficult?
It's just like because I am not the main person on the account, and I had to call for them to set it up and all this stuff and transfer the information. It's done. So
has the task been completed?
The task has been completed. I have my new iPhone 12 Pro Max.
What color did you get?
I got graphite.
What's that?
That's the grayish
Okay.
metal.
I was like, that is a medium used for art?
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I'm not an artist. Are we artists by doing podcasts?
We are artists. We're talent.
We are talent. We are creators.
Yes.
Content talent creators. Talented content creators. I don't know. You guys like what we say. That's great.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Thanks. Keep listening.
And so I'm very upset by this news that I got today. Is a friend of ours was in Claremont Mesa, which is a little area just north of Hillcrest.
Uh-huh.
And they were at Starbucks and they went in and they had their dog tied up outside. Well, somebody took their dog and they saw the person driving away with their dog.
Wait. Like, did they think the dog was abandoned, or it was like someone stole the dog?
No, somebody stole the dog.
Oh, okay. I'm never leaving my dog alone.
That's one of my worst fears is like, I just won't do that because I'm afraid I'm going to walk out of the store and Cooper's going to be gone.
People do that?
Yes, they do. And it's a beautiful boxer. If any of you have ever, I'll try to get a picture up on Instagram, but it's a beautiful boxer. Her name is Cash. And if you are in Claremont Mesa, please look around for the reward signs.
Did they get the
and stuff
license
like
plate
that.
of the person?
They're trying to get the license plate from Closed Circuit TV and the shopping center. So hopefully they'll be able to do it. But like that is like what I heard, because we were really close friends with those girls, and Cash was a playmate of Cooper's. So it like that hit me hard when I heard that, and I got just like totally scared because I'm like, oh my god, Cooper.
I honestly I wouldn't have even have thought that is a thing. I mean, I don't bring Max really anywhere, mostly because he's not really socialized. But like, you know, I don't want to have to tie him up outside.
Yeah, because
some restaurants and places don't let you come in. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, well, how could you? That blows my mind.
I know, it's scary.
Oh my god!
So please be on the lookout. Please be careful with your pets, your children.
Yeah, when you tie your children up around a leash. Yeah, I mean, I've tied plenty of kids to the poles. You know.
We're gonna move on. How was your week, Joe?
I'm kidding. It was a joke, obviously. Well, as I don't remember. In one of the episodes that we recorded, it was like, wow, you've been really busy. So that's continuing. It's year end, and I know that I think I said that in, like I said, another episode, but year end is always tough in any corporation just because you have deadlines and you have all these other things. I think Max might be allergic to grass.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Well, because he got like a really bad, like a tummy, like it was all red.
That is not good for going outside.
I know. Well, and it might be like a pit bull thing, maybe. Oh. Apparently, pit bulls have skin sensitivities.
Yeah, Cooper has a little bit of that. Yes.
So, but I was like, okay, like it's gone away, and so then I was at work, and my coworker was like, well, he has a poodle, and his poodle gets like sunburnt or whatever, and
they're like porcelain. They're very like yeah.
So, but the poodle, then my coworker was like, yeah, but we give him like an Under Armour like onesie, and I was like, wait,
a onesie. I'm loving
as
this.
He was telling me this, I went on Amazon.com. Don't know if we want you to sponsor yet. So I went on Amazon and I got Max like a camouflage, because that's all that was like available.
Right.
Like a onesie sort of thing. And it was like, Max is not a fan of the onesie. And so I was like, well, it's like a little too baggy, but I was dying. He looks so cute. I never ever want to dress my dog up in clothing.
He's like the Justin Bieber of like the dog world right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's baggy onesie.
I mean, it is too late to say sorry, because that was not a good look. And he was not happy.
Well, he's always about "Let Me Love You."
Yes, I'm trying to think of other Justin Bieber songs, but I'm not
baby.
Yeah. He had one album, and then it just kind of like decreased after that. So that was one, and then as you all know, I'm a candle whore. I love candles. So I don't know if I talked about this, but there was this candle at CVS called like Holiday Spice.
I remember this. Yes.
Okay. So not available still.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought maybe you heard from CVS and they're like,
no,
we're bringing it back just for you, Mr. Grinelli.
I would buy 20. I would buy 20. When Target got rid of Holiday Wreath, when I because again, me and candles don't have good luck, but I got like 12. I spent like $200 on these candles at Target, and I burnt them the whole season. Talk about, getting rid of it in one season. I was so sad. I didn't like hold on to them for the next 6 years. But anyway, so they have this candle called Joy, and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. It's got like pine and like other Christmas scents or holiday wintry scents. And I was cleaning, I was vacuuming, and I had it on my little like, it was like a bar, kind of like a mini bar, not a mini bar, but like like a small bar over ledge thing in my apartment. I have like 2 little bar stools, and I was vacuuming, and then I like somehow don't have good spatial recognition, which we've established. And I bumped into the candle, and it was just like watching something happen in slow motion, where it like slow motion fell off of the counter as
and
it was
you were
lit.
Like, no!
I didn't even have a reaction time. It was just like watching it, and then I have tile floors, and I just hear like a shatter. Like that's apparently
so it was a gay candle.
I have broken in many pieces. But like, I would be fine if it was just glass. But then the melted wax was all over the floor,
and I'm like trying to keep Max away from it. Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm like, please go back in your crate. Like and then he was like, "What's happening? Oh my god!" And I was like, this is for your best interest because you don't first need to eat glass or also get wax everywhere. So I just found it ironic that the Joy candle
did not
shattered.
bring you joy.
Oh no. Hashtag shattered joy. One thing I do want to talk about is I sent you, I think I Instagram messaged you all those restaurants that are closing in Hillcrest.
Oh yes.
And it's making me very sad.
Yeah, because a lot of them like Bobo and Cache,
the Thai place
Amarin, our favorite like Thai restaurant right over here. All of them closing after they've, Amarin's been around in
20 years.
In the community for so long, and they're so great. And I wish that they could have made it through, but
yeah. And I think we're getting back into the restrictive tier, and so it's tough on businesses, and it's just I don't know how long they can hold off,
right?
And so I want to make it a point for me to continue to try and like go out and get, take out from the community.
Definitely.
Because I feel like I have not been doing my part in that. I've been going to Lazy Acres nonstop. So I'm supporting a, large market, but, need to be more diligent in where I'm giving my money. So
the only problem with is Amarin closed completely.
Yeah.
When we went into lockdown, so there was no way.
They didn't even do delivery.
No, they had been closed for months now, just completely closed down because
why didn't they try and?
I think there was also like just the racist aspect of COVID in the beginning.
Oh,
because they were Asian. So
I can't believe that we're doing that still.
And it's
not
they. And for them, there wasn't a lot of places for them to do outdoor dining either. Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of restaurants have really pivoted, and they've been doing like the takeout options.
Right.
And I think people are still doing a good job for takeout.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then the last thing that I wanted to chat about for my weekly updates is I used to be a huge proponent of an air fryer. And I still kind of am, but kind of am, because now it's like on my countertop and I'm like, oh, I guess I could like use it. And so, I get pizza pretty often. Okay. And so it's nice to just heat up like one slice and it gets it nice and crispy. And then I made waffles in it. I didn't like cook the waffles. They were like pre-made frozen ones.
Okay.
And so I was like, ooh, I'm okay with this. But I used to be like, oh my God, everyone needs a good air fryer. Yeah. And then it went in my cabinet for like 4 months. So now it's just for waffles. Well, I got a chicken pot pie over the weekend and it did a good job. And so that was tasty.
What about toast? You should try toast.
You can toast in that?
I don't know. I don't have an air fryer. Like, but you can try it if you can do like pizza and waffles. I'm sure you can do toast.
Will it brown it?
I don't know. Try it.
You know what I do when I want...
try it and then let me know.
Okay, you know what I do when I want toast?
What?
I put it on the pan and I toast it that way.
Oh my God, get a toaster.
So I never have toast. I never have toast.
It's too much work.
It is. I know. It's like toastily annoying.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah.
On to the next topic.
So, everyone, we do have a guest in the studio with us.
/living room.
You probably heard him laughing earlier. But thank you for being here, Ian Johnson. How are you?
Oh, thanks for... I'm so good. Thank you. I saw this red light on the microphone, so I'm like, oh, it's off. I can laugh. Sorry.
Don't worry. Nick, our producer, laughs all the time. And they're like partial talent. They're like talent zero, like with Coke Zero. Like none of the flavor, but they kind of input some stuff.
Okay, great. I feel great now.
So, all you Tuggers and Tuggettes, Ian Johnson is the Director of Development at the San Diego Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer Center.
Look at you with those words.
I know.
She's
I didn't
got
even
her
want to
letters
like.
right.
I just didn't even want to give you the letters.
They were dramatic pauses, and I was living for it.
I want to make sure I got everyone.
You also improved from earlier, too.
So little. Oh, thank you for that shade. It got real dark in here. Somebody, thank God we got a candle lit.
I know. Christmas candle, holiday candle.
This is my Latrice Royale impression. The shade of it all. Thorpe. That's my favorite.
Unprofessionalism.
So Ian,
we welcome shade, don't worry.
So you are the Director of Development. Now, what does that mean for the center?
Yeah, so I head up the fundraising department. So my role and responsibilities is all of our signature fundraising events. It is cultivating and stewarding donors, individual donors, corporate donors, a lot of community engagement. Yeah,
like doing this podcast.
Totally. Yes. Community engagement.
You are engaging in the community. Although I don't live in Hillcrest anymore. I live in North Park. So
you're like right on the edge. Get over it.
Of glory.
we actually have individuals who identify as LGBT outside of the Hillcrest area.
Wait, really?
We really
How
do.
weird is that? So there are others like me outside of Hillcrest?
There are.
Wow.
Girl.
Oh my God. You learn something new every day. Girl, we're all over the world. We're fine.
Infotainment. Remember.
Yes, there's a cream for that.
Yes. So I know a little bit because I went on your website, and the center started off as an answering machine. Like, how did that work? Like,
it's actually a very interesting story. Our founder, Jessup, in a house in Golden Hill, which is near the downtown area of San Diego.
they have gays there too.
They do.
They're everywhere.
Unfortunately.
In the early 70s, there was a huge military crowd here in San Diego. There still is, but specifically sailors who were just looking for support.
Seamen.
Yeah.
Come on board.
Totally. And that is where the pun came from. But they were all just looking for support and just other people who identified as LGBTQ. And so Jessup started with an answering machine. He literally put an answering machine in the closet as kind of a resource line.
How, metaphorical, too.
Yeah.
An answering machine in the closet.
Right.
100%. And that is still today a service that the center provides. We're still answering that phone and for people seeking resources. So it's a pretty amazing thing. Yeah.
Huh.
And now you guys didn't start, the center is on Normal Street, or just off Normal Street.
Off normal.
Off Normal.
Just like all of us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, this is... Look at that. In the closet, off normal. This is perfectly planned.
And so you guys did not start in that location in Hillcrest. You started at a different location, correct?
Yeah. The first location would have been Golden Hills.
Okay.
And then we had the next location was, I believe the next location was on 5th and Robinson. So behind the brass rail, there's that little...
Oh, yeah.
That used to be the LGBT center.
Oh.
And then our next location was on the corner of Normal Street and Harvey Milk Street. So right by where the choir rehearses.
Oh, yeah.
And then right behind Hillcrest Brewing Company, that little corner place with the 90s little block window glass. That used to be the
Isn't
center.
That a tennis thing now?
I think it's like a radio
design?
or a TV show or a TV station or something like that. Some kind of station.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of a different building.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I had a breakfast burrito on those steps.
You're thinking of the tennis place in front next to McDonald's.
Okay. I know where. I'm there. We're good.
And then in the late 90s, we purchased the current facility we're in. and moved there in the early 2000s. And so we will probably forever. I mean, we own the building, which is fantastic, thanks to a generous donor a couple of years ago. And exciting about this too, that I can say, because we just went through a 3-year strategic plan process. So lots of community meetings, getting input from the community, figuring out what we need to improve as an agency. Part of that was the space issue. So we have outgrown this facility like beyond, like we are piled up in offices, our services have expanded. So the space issue is to start planning for a capital campaign and start thinking about, okay, are we adding another building into that property? What are we doing? So in the next 3 years, we're determining what we're going to do with that property. It's exciting.
That's very
exciting.
So you guys help so much that you need more space.
100%.
That's fantastic.
Every year, our services, we just got the numbers, like we in the past year have served over 87,000 direct service visits. And that's up 5,000 from last year.
Just in San Diego?
Just in San Diego.
Holy crap.
Even like, I've been with the center for over a decade.
I was going to ask that question.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you
like
so
over
much.
a decade. And it's even from when I started, it's just grown so much. And the need is there. So it's pretty amazing.
And you guys do a lot of services, like you have Be the Generation, and behavioral health, families. I know you did a lot of like HIV services back in the day and still do.
Yeah.
But like, talk to me about like what Be the Generation is, and then also like a lot of some of the other services that you guys provide.
Yeah. So we do a lot of direct services. We also do all the big community fundraising events that you'll see. So AIDS Walk San Diego is a part of that. The largest HIV fundraiser in the county that we grant funds out to organizations. Be the Generation is it's probably one of the, well, it's not super new, but it started in around 2014. And it was basically, the concept was, okay, let's talk about HIV. Nobody is talking about HIV and these amazing pills and drugs that are out there like PrEP, and PEP, which you can take after possible exposure. It's like the morning after pill. And then like just medications for those living with HIV, that you can become undetectable and you're one of the safest people to have sex with, because you can't pass it to your partner. So Be the Generation was about that and start talking about it again. Okay. Because there was so much stigma. There still is stigma, but it's like, we all have sex. Sex is supposed to be fun.
You guys have sex?
I mean, I'm married,
not in COVID.
so not as much anymore. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Sex is like a hug,
Just
right?
kidding. I love you.
Sex is a hug, right?
Yes.
Do we need to have one of the episodes where we teach the children what the
No.
So that's what Be the Generation was. And then it changed the whole HIV testing model. So now, I mean, I'm sure everybody in this room has had an HIV test before. And you...
I haven't.
Oh my God.
No, I have. Yeah, I'm good. We're good.
It's not multiple choice.
I was about to get up and throw the mics all over the place.
You're like, I have a rapid test. We're good.
He was about to get all Real Housewives of
totally.
something on you, flipping tables and everything.
They have Salt Lake City.
Wait, but did you? I'm sorry. I'm totally gonna take a
No, this is
quick
perfect.
turn.
Oh, please, we do that all the time.
Tonight's Wednesday, right? So Orange County is tonight.
I'm not caught up.
Babette Schwartz is on the show tonight.
No!
Who is that?
What? Come on!
Do you not know your San Diego drag history here?
No, is she the daughter of FAO Schwartz?
No, sweetie. Okay. Thank God you're the cuter one of us.
Babette Schwartz. So we produce Tantrums and Tiaras, Battle of the Bar Queens. Well, it's not that anymore. Tantrums and Tiaras. Babette Schwartz used to own a store in the middle of Hillcrest.
I used to love her store.
One of the longest, like, and hilarious drag queens. She is marrying. So Bronwyn was a celebrity judge at Tantrums. Celebrity judge.
Air quotes.
and it's Tantrums in San Diego. And so apparently Babette Schwartz got asked to do the vow renewal.
She's officiating. That's
officiating
awesome.
And she is
television.
officiating. Because she's serving fish. Because she's...
Oh,
right.
sweetie.
She's
okay.
camp. She's on camp.
We're gonna move
she's
on.
camp? She's camp. Damn it. I don't know this woman.
She's camp. It's Babette Schwartz.
When did she like leave the scene?
No.
Has she been around?
She started all the bingos. Like, she's the original bingo queen in Hillcrest.
Oh, I do not have that on my bingo card. I can't mark it off.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Chad Michaels. That's about it. I don't go out much.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
so we're talking about the programs.
A little quick detour. And so, HIV testing. So we do that. We change that whole model. So instead of walking in and going into this like pasty white room where you are terrified, it's a more casual setting like this. And you're talking about sex and you're getting tested and it's like, I'm a certified tester and I'm a fundraiser, but it's like your peers. And so you can have a real conversation. And so Be the Generation kind of expanded what HIV services is.
Okay.
Is that the billboards and everything as well in San Diego? Did that come with it?
We don't have any billboards.
No, because there's like, I'm talking about like, you know, like it's like prep and like on the bus stops. Like I've seen stuff on like bus stops and signs.
Well, I think there's also, or is
overall, there another program
the county of San Diego works really, there's actually, it's called the HIV funding. No, is it called the HIV funding collaborative? And it's through the county of San Diego.
Do you guys work with them?
Correct.
Okay. So there we go. That's
so
the
that's
connection.
a huge initiative, just to educate people too.
Mm-hmm.
Like people, yeah.
And so you guys have like, there are technically 4 different locations that the center runs, and each one kind of like has a different, is that right?
I'm counting. There's 5.
Oh, there's 5. Okay.
There's 5.
So, and each location offers like different services and programs and stuff like that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So our main facility in Hillcrest is like the big hub. That's where our behavioral health services are, which is one of our longest programs. Latino services is there. Testing all of our events, like the Feeling Fit, blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't go blah, blah, blah. Feeling Fit?
You can blah, blah, blah. This is a safe podcast.
It's the seniors Feeling Fit. It's super adorable. Food banks are here. And then we have actually in South Bay, we are coming up on 2 years. The first organization to open a facility to provide youth services, HIV, LGBT youth services.
Okay.
In the South Bay. And so we have the South Bay Youth Center down there.
Oh, nice.
Which is a drop-in space for youth.
Nice. Can you touch on behavioral?
Gabrielle?
Yes.
Yeah. It is, it started years ago, specifically catering to folks newly diagnosed with HIV, living with HIV. That service has expanded exponentially. It's providing services to the many facets of our community. So I have seen young kids that are going there. Their parents, they may be identifying, as a transgender and going through that whole transition. And so they come and see the therapist there. It's about 15 therapists on staff.
Okay.
And then all kinds of stuff like if asylum seekers, for letters, everything is happening.
No way, really?
Yeah. There's
so
many.
You guys are the source and the general hub for that.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. And also, people wanting a gender affirming surgery have to go through, legally go through counseling,
right,
and get those letters. And so that's a free service that we've done. And then just folks in general you sometimes need, especially in these times, a therapist, and sometimes specializing in LGBT, you can't find everywhere. So it's a pretty amazing service.
And those are all free?
Not necessarily.
Okay. That's why I'm asking.
There are free components to it. And then a lot of it is also on a sliding scale too.
Gotcha.
So it's very low to no cost.
Yeah. But accessibility to the community, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's hundreds of people go through that therapy.
Wow.
And now you guys also, because we had talked about this, and you do have housing for youth and for seniors. Is that correct?
We do. So I will say the South Bay, we have the South Bay Youth Center and then the Hillcrest Youth Center.
Okay.
Same drop-in space right down the street from here, and that's been going on for 20 years. And then the Sunburst Youth Housing Project is one of my, it's such an amazing program. And it's an apartment complex in downtown San Diego for youth that are basically kicked out on the streets. So you can imagine when someone turns 18 years old, and they're in an unaccepting house. It happened to me. They get kicked out on the streets with nowhere to go. They wind up in San Diego and they just need someplace. So we have the youth housing project, and it's actually like an apartment complex. So these kids come to us and they get their own apartment.
How many people are in there right now?
The youth. God, why am I blinking out?
Thank you for
No
being
pressure.
prepared.
We did not ask him this
Why
question
am I
earlier.
blinking out?
How does that shade feel now?
Are these statistics available on the website?
Nick, can you find that for him, please?
I think it's 31 units. Is it 31 units?
31? So that's a lot. So that's at least 31 people that you can help.
Absolutely. But and the beauty of the program is it's not just like, hey, here is a place. They're getting the support that they need. So they meet with a case manager. They're learning how they have to be working, going to school, volunteering. People are on their own journey too. So they may not be able to work right off the bat, but it's giving them the life skills that their families did not teach them.
Wow.
And then they're getting medical care because some of them are living with HIV.
Yeah.
And it's a high success rate. It's kids graduating from college, going to law school.
That's awesome.
It's like,
wow,
it's life changing. Yeah. I have goosebumps right now. Yeah. It's amazing. So there's that. And then what we also added to that last year, it's called the LGBTQ Safe Stay. And it's a shelter for transitional aged youth. So those are 18-year-olds. And it's actually beds. So if you go to a community shelter, the breakdown is they don't have like programs that specialize for LGBT folks. If you are transgender, you often feel unsafe. If you're queer, anything, you feel unsafe. And so some people actually prefer to be not there, and whether they're on the streets, or hopefully they find us and it's an overnight shelter where they come, they get a hot meal, they wash their clothes, take a shower, and it's a safe environment for them, which is pretty amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
On top of all this other housing programs that go with it.
Oh,
yeah.
So
it's amazing.
I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to start hitting you with some hard questions here.
Come on.
So how has the center had to adjust to a fast moving community? Meaning like they are, hi, Cooper, did you have a question? I'm sorry. Cooper came right up to the microphone.
I was waiting for you to notice that too.
But like, how has the center had to adjust to a fast moving community? Meaning like they're very technologically, more savvy, and there's this whole idea of, instant gratification kind of thing. And like also an ever changing queer community, because now we have a lot of like different labels and identities and intersectionality and stuff like that. So how has the center rose to meet those needs?
I feel like I'm answering like a Miss America question.
Yes. The answer is world peace.
Such as.
Oh my God.
I love that.
and the Africa.
Where's Sandra Bullock? Come on, Sandra Bullock. You know I love her.
Yeah. Where do I start with this?
Start from the beginning.
Yeah, I know. In 1971.
It's a very good place to start.
Yeah. Well, I think our community has evolved, and I think with acceptance, for some folks, it allows other people to kind of work on their identity. So it's a really hard question.
All right, let me pull back on that one then.
Well, how about do you want to just tackle the second part of that?
Well, yeah, like tell us about like how does the center go through training on dealing with different identities that, and this isn't to sound mean, but it's like a lot of these things that have been popping up, with new ways of describing different identities like AMAB and AFAB and transgender, transsexual, lesbian, gender fluid, all
the
things.
letters, right? And how do you pivot and keep up with it?
It's community education. Truly, it's the education of our community. All those folks who identify that because it is not, and this is partly on my own personal opinion, it is not my place to say how somebody should identify.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so that kind of comes along with, I know with folks who identify as non-binary, that was a big, for me being at the center for, a decade, like we weren't talking about non-binary back then. And so that is a learning thing, and it's learning because you're listening. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing, is just listening to our clients, listening to our community members, and, standing up for, our community members. It's kind of what our elected officials have done on a state level. I mean, it is actually a gender marker in the state of California to be non-binary.
Oh, awesome.
I didn't know that. And that's kind of the thing. It's we learn, and then we have a huge advocacy department. And so it's also educating others is kind of our job.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you at the center have helped with representation of the people that you represent, if that makes sense? Like, because I know that when young people are going through the journey of who they are and becoming and identifying everything, representation matters. And if you don't see someone like you on the big screen or someone out there, then it's hard to know what to do. Do you think that has been something that you have maybe wanted to include more of or have worked on, or does that make sense?
It does make sense. I think it's always a conscious effort of the center to have representation.
Okay.
100%. I think it reflects that on our board of directors. The board of directors is very diversified. It's something with our staff, and it's something that is continuously, the center's always trying to improve. What can we do better? How can we improve? It works. It's, and I am a little embarrassed to say, like in our intro, like by me not using my pronouns, like I am so used to actually talking to people now and actually introducing myself. My pronouns are he, him, is, because so people don't make that assumption of what I identify as. Mm-hmm. And so we use our pronouns nonstop. We use them, on our Zoom, our pronouns are there. In our email signatures,
I did see that on the website. Everybody's with their little backgrounds. Their pronouns were next to it, how they identify and stuff. Yeah. So I thought that was awesome.
And it's a good thing, because you should not assume a person's pronouns or what their gender identity is.
Well, it's funny because at the doctor's office, we had a person who was coming in and they were transitioning from male to female. So their ID was male. The name that they had put down was female. And when they came in, I was like, so I'm just going to ask you right now, what are your preferred pronouns?
Yes.
And they were like, and they were like dumbfounded because they had never had somebody at a place like that ask them that. And it meant so much to them. Absolutely. They were like, well, I would really appreciate she, her. And I'm like, then that's fine. And I went back to the back and I said, okay, guys, these are the preferred pronouns. Please make sure that we are using them when addressing this patient.
Yeah.
And
then, all for president.
And think about how we feel about this. And we're not the ones who are actually experiencing that moment. And so it lifts folks up, and it's so empowering because they are being recognized as who they truly are.
Absolutely.
And that's part of the job of the center, is to like kind of educate folks on this. And even with we now have a training institute, which is fairly new. And so we go around to companies, and we're now educating folks on the usage of pronouns.
Oh, wow.
Within the justice. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing.
So how difficult has it been for the center to like deal with COVID? I mean, just this past like 8 months to almost a year, there's been so much change and like political unrest, Black Lives Matter, defunding the police, things like that.
Everything that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
So how have you dealt with everything?
Murder hornets.
No, they never came. They were like, hey, we're going to come, and they never came.
That is a win. We're taking that as a win.
They kind of said one that said they went ahead and RSVP'd maybe, and then they never. It was like a San Diego yes.
I ate their dinner anyway. It's fine.
Exactly. So
it's been a shitty year.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna have to get an E for explicit, y'all.
E for extra.
Is this not kid friendly?
It's fine.
Yeah.
We're all over the world.
All ages.
It's been a lot. I'm like, I have bags under my eyes now. I've aged. It's been challenging for the center, 100%. But we're an organization, we're a community who have been through some pretty rough times.
Right.
Wins, losses, struggles within our own community with AIDS, everything. So like, we're not used. Yeah, I mean, we're used to fighting, and that's what the center continues to do and push through. But it's been hard. I don't think any of us were prepared for COVID.
No.
In our workplaces.
I was. I know what you're talking about. Fully prepared.
I've been pushing people 6 feet away from me for a while before this happened.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's called your personal space bubble.
Yeah. So but the center adapted really quickly. We adapted so quickly. We had to cancel a lot of major fundraising events.
Right.
So that was a big stress. But everything, telehealth, like behavioral health went to Zoom, HIPAA compliant, which was an unexpected expense, just like everything to do this.
Yeah.
So that's been challenging. And then fundraising, we did a big fundraising push with an emergency fund right after COVID started. And did well with that. We've just launched another one, but for example, the services have gone from granting out over $80,000 in rental assistance to community members. We've done our food services. We've always dealt with food insecurities. We've had 2 food banks a month, for seniors and community. And they would get, seniors would get, $200, $250 a month. And then the community one, you're looking at a couple hundred or $400 to $600. We've now served over 8,000 service visits of people needing like food.
Wow.
And it's our community that's getting hit hard too. There's the stat in California I read somewhere is like half of LGBTQ adults work in like industries that are impacted by COVID. Yeah. Which is pretty frightening. So you were doing that, and you were talking about restaurants that are closing in our community. Yeah. And so we launched a program that gives money to the restaurants.
Oh.
And it helps our community members. So it's basically, we choose a restaurant a month. It's currently, right now it's November. So Big Front Door on Park Boulevard is our location.
Snaps. Now, have you chosen the one for December yet?
I have not.
Oh.
Do you have it's hopefully going to be a Moe's Universe restaurant. We've done Harley Gray. Okay. But the whole purpose of it is people can sign up for a meal. And then they just bring this like little certificate, redeem it. And then what we're also going to be doing, and they don't know, but by the time this thing happens, they'll have gotten the certificates. But we're also doing it now. We're reaching out to all of our industry friends who are struggling. And now as we go into like another lockdown, and giving them like these certificates so they can go to these restaurants, redeem them. And it's pretty cool. So we've transitioned a lot for COVID. Our fundraising has been impacted tremendously because people are being more cautious. And so they've reduced their giving.
Right.
They've reduced our giving and our programs have expanded. Our service visits have gone crazy. Our youth.
So the output is exceeding the input.
Yeah.
Do you find it then that you have to try even more and put more effort into getting donor engagement and donor involvement, like the big donors?
Yeah. We have some pretty amazing donors though, who are they'll give what they can. And it may not be the big dollar amounts, but they're going to give something, which is good. So we have a pretty loyal supporting base, but it's things like youth right now they're hit so hard, or queer youth, that they're calling our staff members, their support people for the drop-ins. They're calling from showers. Like they go into the bathroom, they turn on the shower because they're in an unsafe home. We have a foster youth. And so they go in there just to talk to like a supportive person. So our staff is working even more. Like they're just, they're going through their own personal things, but we've all signed up for this, so it's helping our community.
And so, since we're coming into like Giving Tuesday and a season of giving and everything like that, what can we do or anyone out there do? And like, how can they contact the center and stuff if they wanted to make a donation or something? Like, what as a whole can we do to help?
Y'all need some money, and how can we help you?
We would love some money.
Let's be real, everybody. They need some dollar bills.
We need some money. There's so many different options for people to help out too. You can always visit our website, thecentersd.org, and you can find kind of options on there. But we have a match going on right now. So we are currently in a 2-to-1 match. So up to $100,000. So basically you give $1, $2 is added onto it.
Who's doing that?
Two very generous donors of ours,
Okay.
David Meisner.
And how long are they doing that for?
So that goes up until November 30th.
Okay.
But we have another match that's coming in December
Perfect.
too. So
Perfect.
there will be matches all between now and the end of the year. That's
Okay.
one way. So people can do that. And also maybe people don't have the means to make a donation right now. And so what you can also do is create your own fundraising page and actually fundraise on behalf of the center. So it's just asking for donations that way, similar to like AIDS Walk, where people have their fundraising page. It's just like that.
So like virtual volunteering almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's virtual volunteering.
I was going to say, like, if you can't give your money, give your time. And I know you can't give your physical presence because global pandemic, but virtual volunteering is something that definitely can happen, right?
Absolutely. It makes a huge impact too.
Perfect.
So
That's why I missed the podcast one day because I did a fundraiser for the
That's Nick, y'all.
Yeah.
He's trying to get up in this
He was
podcast
virtual
right now.
volunteering. He's not talent, but he laughs. And also, everyone remember your donations are tax deductible up to a certain amount.
they are.
Not for you, but like when you do your taxes in America.
So,
I think. Right?
so if you're in the Philippines,
Is that right?
right? I don't work in tax.
Carol always asks if
I am
made
also
any
not a
charitable
tax
donations.
Carol?
Carol's my tax lady.
I'm like, who the hell is Carol?
Carol Baskin Robbins.
All you cool cats and kittens. So we do have quite a few listeners that aren't in San Diego.
Because remember, we're global.
Right, we are Pitbull. We are
Mr.
Mr. Worldwide. So how do other communities find similar services and support where they are? Or is that something where they can contact the center and the center might be able to help them get in touch with somebody in their
Or like
community?
other centers in other states, right?
There are.
Do you guys have a network?
Actually, there is a network. Yeah. If I believe there is a website.
We're going to go ahead and put that up on our Instagram when we find out what it
I'm
is.
going to assume there's a website for this network. It's actually called Centerlink.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Centerlink is kind of like a organization of all LGBT
Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
of LGBT organizations. So what's really amazing is CEOs of LGBT centers are all talking to each other.
As they should be.
I am
Good.
not on that little secret email thread.
It is called Centerlink.
Yeah, it's
Just
called,
so you know.
I know it was called Centerlink.
Oh, you are not certain, girl.
I
Let's
wasn't
calm
certain that they had a
down.
website.
Okay, everyone has a website. It's 2020.
We got a website, girl. Calm down. You're not special.
Wait, don't give them our website yet. No, it's not ready. I still don't have a picture. It has more ifs.
Is that the hold up for your website?
Okay, if our
God.
producer would have, edited the website, I am calling you out because let's be real. My name is not that. My name is on there, but it's not my picture, and it's a bio.
So funny.
Hopefully, maybe by the time this comes out, we'll have it up and ready. Yeah, because it's 2020, almost 2021. We need a website. Thank you, Nick.
I would. Oh my gosh. What have I gotten myself into?
You don't even know.
Yeah, I would definitely check out Centerlink because it'll list all kinds of like LGBT organizations around the country and probably resources for the world. So I would definitely check out Centerlink.
Cool.
So now, besides money, is there anything else that people can donate to
like
the
food.
center?
I know you said that
Money.
you need food. Oh,
Okay.
Just kidding now.
okay. So again, dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah. Well, there is one. I kind of tapped on this earlier. Space is an issue for us. Okay. We are literally bursting at the seams with space. So sometimes doing drives is hard for us, especially Youth Housing Project. They're very limited on space. So one thing that always works are gift cards. Gift cards work because if it's like Target or grocery stores, it helps so the residents at Youth Housing Project or the senior housing, North Park Senior Housing in North Park, we can give them gift cards. And they also feel a little bit more empowered.
Yeah.
Right. Because
to
they
purchase what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So gift cards work. Socks. Socks actually work. That is because we do a lot of outreach with the unhoused community because there's a ton of LGBT folks that are impacted by homelessness. So socks are actually a luxury kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you think about it. So,
and are these all donations that can be then hand delivered to the center and you will do everything that you need to do to intake them or whatever?
Normally, yes.
Or like how
there's nobody there.
Oh, no one's there?
Well, I mean, we're doing testing by appointment, but we're not. It's like by appointments and stuff. So,
okay.
But what they can do is email development@thecentersd.org.
Okay.
And then one of our fabulous development team members will kind of accept the gifts.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, just be a little bit more mindful if you're going to be donating things and make sure that you kind of reach out before coming in. Don't be Adele. Don't show up unannounced. Don't show up uninvited out of the blue.
Yeah.
But I would love to do that because I love Adele.
Truly everything helps. And you never know. There could be a time where there's a specific need. Mm-hmm. And so reaching out ahead of time, we can be like, we actually need toiletries.
Yeah.
Because that is even a thing. Or
we're getting low on those as a county right now.
Do you know
panic buying?
Do you know I went to the grocery store a couple of days ago and I was trying to buy a kitchen sponge at Ralph's.
Oh yeah.
And the shelves were empty and I'm like, is this a new COVID thing? People are packing up.
Well, you shouldn't be using
Is it really a thing?
Yeah. You should be using Scrub Daddies.
Yeah. Scrub Daddy.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what
the most successful thing on the Shark Tank. Yeah.
But it's panic buying right now because with all the cases surging and stuff like that and different places
get your
going
toilet
into
paper,
lockdowns.
Get your bounty.
So people are buying kitchen sponges?
People bought
for cleaning.
Yeah.
That
people bought
weird.
food that they never bought. And the irony is that people were buying all these fibrous foods, so they're going to need that toilet paper. And I'm like, karma is a bitch. Enjoy.
Oh, gosh.
So is there anything else about the center or any programs that you want to talk about before we wrap it up that we haven't touched on that people should know about?
I would just kind of add in there that our...
We're giving him sponges, everybody.
Yay! This is part of your swag bag. Do you feel like you're at the Oscars?
Now go mop the floor.
I so do.
They're actually made of diamond.
Take that, Oprah.
We would love to have you on or sponsor us. Thanks.
But I love that Amazon was a maybe earlier.
Lazy Acres, if you want to sponsor, please do.
Because Joe has been sponsoring you.
I know. That broccoli, ooh.
Broccoli.
Yes.
I would just, I don't know the statistics on LGBT folks that actually give to LGBT organizations. I know it's very low. And
that's
I think
not good.
And I would just say, especially in kind of the social justice climate we are, is we all should be kind of looking at our privilege. Mm-hmm. Think about who we are based on the color of our skin, our gender identity. And believe it or not, there are so many queer people out there that are struggling, that face homelessness. And I just encourage everybody as we go into here just to kind of stand up and support your community because there's so many people struggling that you don't know about.
So what if you can't
wherever
give
you
money?
are in the world.
Well, so what if you can't give money, right? I know that money is helpful. Maybe to the listeners who may not be able to donate, can they donate time? Can they donate anything that's monetary?
Absolutely.
How can they do that?
Even with any LGBT center, wherever you are in the world, to reach out to a local organization because they are looking for volunteers to either help with events, to do phone calls, discussion groups. Maybe you're facilitating one of the discussion support groups. The center's got a ton of support groups. Cool. And so those are volunteers too. So
there's still ways to help.
There's so many
even
opportunities out there.
Because time is money, let's be real.
And using your voice. I mean, we all, have
not
to
Joe's voice, but
what you've heard of.
So, what are the ways to contact the center? Like, what are your emails, your website, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your Snap, your Bumble,
Snap?
your Tinder,
Snapchat, your crypt. What's the money? The coin, the crypto Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Thank you.
What? Crypt Keeper? What?
The crypto Bitcoin.
And I'm over here spitting. That is not COVID friendly.
You got a mouth guard. It's fine.
We don't have Bitcoin.
I don't either.
The center's website, thecentersd.org. Also, like our end of year page is donate.thecentersd.org/yourcenter. And then we are on social media. I actually think we are on Instagram, LGBT Center, which is
all right.
Look at San Diego.
Okay.
Leading the way.
We're also like one of the oldest LGBT centers in the country. We're one of the first ones.
No way.
Yes. Right here in San Diego with groundbreaking programs. But anyway, so they can do that. Instagram, Twitter, we're on there, and Facebook. Nice. And then give us a call, 619-692-2077. We're a resource desk too, so people will always connect you to whatever you need.
Okay, so before
and is that in the closet? Is that answering machine in the closet? If they call you, will you go in the closet and answer the phone? The call is coming from inside the house.
Okay.
But I do want to say one thing. So I know that Giving Tuesday is a thing, but I think everyone should be motivated and empowered to give not just on one day of the year, because as we've heard today,
give on any day that ends in a Y.
Yeah. I had to think about that one. In English. Only in English. Because no days end in Y in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
Oh, thank you. God. You're like Duolingo over here. Not Dua Lipa, but Duolingo. Okay, so before we go, we have to do our 3 questions. We seem to forget about this. Yeah. We seem to forget about this with other...
Every single guest groups.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have 3 rapid fire questions for you.
Oh,
and you just have to answer really quickly, okay? That's me snapping, everybody.
Oh no!
So it's not the website of the link either.
Center link. The first question is: which diva do you identify with most?
Wait, I didn't understand that.
Which diva do you identify with most?
Whitney Houston.
Okay, cool.
Not because you're a crack, right? Crack.
It's because the children are the future, and he's got that greatest love of all.
She was also the first person that popped into my head.
Okay, there you go. All right, and then second question: if you were a cupcake, what would your flavors be?
Oh, I know that one.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Carrot cake. You said rapid fire. So
come on,
carrot cake.
Yes, I love carrot cake.
I think it's because I'm from a family of gingers.
Oh.
So my brothers all have red hair, and my sister has red hair.
Is Carrot Top your brother?
Yes.
They're all related.
Yeah. Gingers never go gray. They
Maybe
go
that's
platinum, or they go rose gold.
Oh.
Their hair never grays. Yeah.
I love rose gold.
I know.
Okay.
I don't think that's true because my mom's hair grayed out.
She's not 100% ginger there. It's one of those facts that we say here. We're full of facts. I heard it somewhere.
I don't know if it's facts. So, all right. Last question. Favorite cereal growing up?
Lucky Charms.
Oh, because you're ginger?
It's because I'm Irish. Oh my God! Maybe it's because I'm Irish. But I also loved Frosted Flakes, which is so boring. But I loved Frosted Flakes.
Well, they're coated in sugar. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Frosted any cornflake in sugar is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Thank you, Ian Johnson, Director of Development for the San Diego LGBTQ Center.
Thank you for saying his full email signature. He, him, his.
My pronouns are he, him, his.
We had a great time having you here. We really appreciate all
and
the
everybody
information.
give.
Yes, and everything that you do for San Diego, the center, everything. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
all
Sean.
right, Tuggers and Tuggettes. Oh, I'm supposed to figure out a new way to end this.
Yeah,
too,
we're
right?
supposed to. No, whatever. Just, y'all give some money to an organization in need and do some good.
We are like strippers at the lunch rush. We need money, 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 money.
Yeah. We're going to go with that. And on that note, see you later.
On that note?
On that note, see you later. I guess I'm Scottish now.
Have a good week,
Bye.
everyone.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show. If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.